Michael Chandler versus Conor McGregor at White House. Conor McGregor and Michael Chandler were supposed to settle their long-running rivalry at UFC 303 in 2024, but McGregor pulled out at the last minute due to an injury. Since his loss to Dustin Poirier at UFC 264, McGregor hasn't fought, though he's been teasing a possible return to the octagon later this year, possibly at the White House event. The two fighters had previously faced off as coaches on The Ultimate Fighter, and were expected to finally clash in the cage before UFC 303 fell through. Since then, Chandler has lost 2 straight fights, to Charles Oliveira and Paddy Pimblett, while waiting for his shot against McGregor. Even though some fans had given up on seeing this matchup, there are signs that a huge fight announcement could be coming soon. Hear what Chandler had to say recently. "I will say it's gonna be a big year. There's a rumor going around. We can't confirm or deny it, but it does sound like I might be handing Conor McGregor a good old-fashioned, passionate red, white, and blue butt whooping on the south lawn of the White House sometime this summer. That's the plan. Let's go." Will Michael Chandler versus Conor McGregor finally happen? Tom Aspinall might never fight again. Longtime UFC commentator and podcaster Joe Rogan is seriously concerned about Tom Aspinall's long-term eye health, as the heavyweight contender continues to deal with complications more than 2 months after Cyril Gane poked him in both eyes during their UFC 321 title fight, which ended in a no contest. Aspinall recently revealed that he will undergo surgery on both eyes to try to resolve the lingering vision problems, and potentially clear the way for a rematch with Gane for the championship in 2026. Despite this plan, Rogan cautions that it could still be a long road ahead, and even if he returns, his ability to compete at the highest level may not be guaranteed.
Tom Aspinall still can't see. He's got a fucked up right eyeball still.
It's really bad, right?
I mean, the reality is he might not ever fight again. Like, who knows? Like, if he has surgery on his eye and it doesn't go well and he can't see out of the eye, apparently he's still fucked up in his right eye. There's some tendon damage or something. And, you know, eyes are so tricky, you never know. Like, unless you're a fucking complete psychopath like Michael Bisping, who fought 11 fights in the UFC blind in one eye, which is so crazy that he did that. Do you know what he did, that crazy motherfucker?
What did he do?
He memorized the eye chart.
While it's still uncertain whether Tom Aspinall will step back into the octagon, he has voiced a strong opinion on the matter, saying that MMA rules should be updated to reflect an eye-for-an-eye approach.
Yeah, I'm still under the notion, like, if someone's fouling, to do it once, you can be deemed it as an accident. If they do it twice, plus, the other person's allowed a foul as well. I love that idea.
What, a freebie?
Yeah, freebie. Right, we're fighting. You kick me in the nuts once. The ref gives you 5 minutes, whatever, to recover, however long they give you. We restart, you do it again. The ref says, right, Adam, you stand there, open your legs. He gets a free one.
Do you back Tom Aspinall's proposition? Joe Rogan names future of UFC middleweight division. Joe Rogan has also revealed his pick for the next breakout star in the UFC's 185-pound middleweight division, with Khamzat Chimaev dominating the division but signaling plans to move up to light heavyweight soon. The middleweight scene is poised for fresh contenders. Chimaev may be gone from the weight class before the next wave of young talent has a chance to rise, and Rogan knows one guy who is destined to dominate.
He's 185 pounds, 6'4", built like a Greek god.
Yeah.
Smokes everybody. Everybody just gets smoked.
Did he fight last week?
No, he didn't
Okay.
fight last week, but I'm not sure when he's fighting again. But see if you could find his like a highlight reel of his KO.
Ateba Gautier is a 9-1 prospect from Cameroon who has 8 knockouts to his name and is considered one of the hottest rising middleweights in MMA. But will he have the same fear factor as Ilia Topuria? Only time will tell. Justin Gaethje says he's scared of Ilia Topuria. Justin Gaethje is already looking ahead to a potential showdown with Ilia Topuria, but not for the usual hype of chasing a title. Gaethje's immediate focus is on his upcoming fight against Paddy Pimblett for the interim lightweight belt in the main event of UFC 324 on January 24. The winner is expected to challenge Topuria, the undisputed champion, who is currently on a personal hiatus and aiming to return sometime after the first quarter of 2026. If Gaethje gets past Pimblett, he's particularly excited about facing Topuria for the mental test it will provide.
The sport is so crazy, anything can happen. There's a reason why we're all on the edge of our seats every fight, because anything can happen at any moment. And so, again, it comes down to not making mistakes against a guy like that. You know, not eating his right hand, not walking into his right hand. His left hook is his 2-3 is one of the best combinations I've seen in this sport. And so it's a beautiful challenge. and I love how scared I'll be.
Gaethje knows just how crucial his upcoming interim title clash with Paddy Pimblett really is. It's basically his last shot at a belt, but he also understands he's not the UFC's favorite for this storyline. The promotion clearly wants a Pimblett versus Topuria showdown, fueled by their budding rivalry, and Gaethje is ready to crash the party and shake up their plans.
Things are out of my control. You know, all I have to win, I'm gonna have to spoil. I know that I don't know that the UFC wants it. I know that the fans probably want Paddy and Ilia like they wanted Tony and Khabib, and I'm gonna f it up.
Will Justin Gaethje ruin the big lightweight party once again? Israel Adesanya gearing up for boxing match. Israel Adesanya has a big target in mind for his next move. The former two-time UFC middleweight champion is searching for his next fight as he looks to bounce back from a rough patch and make sure his career ends on a high note. Adesanya was knocked out by Nasruddin Imavov in 2025, following earlier title fight losses to Sean Strickland and Dricus du Plessis. After these setbacks and drifting away from championship contention, some have wondered if the last stylebender might follow in the footsteps of other MMA stars and make a crossover into boxing. Adesanya recently dismissed that idea, but he didn't completely close the door, hinting that he might consider a boxing bout if the right opportunity comes his way, although Darren Till, who recently challenged Izzy, isn't that guy.
My career is gonna end in the UFC, I believe. But never say never. I thought about this 2 months ago, and I always said, like, nah, you'd never catch me. Like I said before, this is the ultimate form of fighting, which is mixed martial arts. You are using all your limbs, all your weapons. How can I now, as one of the guys in this game who's been up there, say, oh, I'm just gonna go box, you know? I always said no, because I felt like my legacy is already set in stone. But everyone has a number. And I think I got to my number 2 months ago. I was like, you know what? It's really high. But I don't think anyone, maybe Turkey can afford it, but nah, I think Darren is just doing his thing now outside the UFC, so I'm just gonna finish my career at the top in the UFC.
Would you like to see Israel Adesanya in boxing? Khabib unhappy with the UFC. Since retiring from competition in 2020, Khabib Nurmagomedov has seen the UFC evolve in ways that haven't always sat well with him. Though he no longer fights, he remains deeply involved as a head coach, carrying on his family's legacy in the sport. Khabib has grown critical of the UFC's recent approach to fighters, particularly how the promotion favors those with flashy fight styles and strong personalities on the mic. He believes this bias leaves skilled competitors at a disadvantage.
Always wrong. Who's older, he always right. There is rules, and you have to follow them. And somehow, like, when I finish my career, I become oldest in my team. I was oldest. It's like, okay, I have to take leadership. Who's gonna take over? Somebody have to lead the team. You know, you cannot just leave them alone. Oh, today I'm become success, I was champion, I was on top, okay, see you guys tomorrow. It doesn't work like this. And I'm like, okay, I look around, like, who's here? Everybody is younger than me. And my father, rahimahullah, he passed away. I'm like, okay, I have to take this leadership, and I have to lead this team, and I have to continue my father legacy. It's when time come, I understand I'm ready for this. You know, some people, they are not ready. They are not ready, and some people, they become busy with their life, and because everything in their life is good, and they don't think to invest to other people what you have. Because, for example, right now I have so much knowledge, I have good energy, and I just want to share with this what I have, because I think all of us who sitting here is very successful people, and everybody have around us people. We have family, we have kids, we have friends, we have neighbors, we have like so many people around us. And in my opinion, life about to sharing. If you don't share, doesn't matter. You make money, you have to share. Like even taxes, you make money, you have to pay. If you don't like to pay your friends, neighbors, like family, okay, at least you have to pay taxes. Anyways, you're gonna share. But everything what God give us, we have to share with this. And right now I'm talking about knowledge, experience, and energy, everything what I have, I try to share with these guys, you know, and I want they become the best, I want they become the champion, I want they become the better than me, everything what I want, all the best for them. And that's why I can live without them too, but I have two choices, to be with them or to be without them. But I prefer to be with them because this is who I am, this is how my father teach me.
I love that. I mean, talking about your, definitely. Huge respect for that.
Arman Tsarukyan, for example, seems to have been overlooked for a title shot despite his impressive performances, while undefeated contender Rinat Fakhretdinov recently announced he would not be renewing his UFC contract and is leaving immediately. Khabib isn't the only one unhappy with the UFC's recent decisions. John Anik has also spoken out, saying the promotion has been unfair to some of its fighters, with Arman Tsarukyan, who missed weight for his title fight versus Islam Makhachev at UFC 311, standing out as a clear example.
Arman Tsarukyan looks like the best, most complete lightweight in the world, but only Hunter and Dana and a few other select individuals know exactly what happened before UFC 311. Depending upon who you ask, it was either weight cut related or injury related, whatever it may be. The narrative continues to spin, and the fight with Dan Hooker no longer became a title eliminator. I mean, the world is unfair. So yes, I do believe he is being treated unfairly, but the extent to which he crossed Dana White back in January at UFC 311, only those on the inside really know.
Yeah, and that was said perfectly.
Khabib says no compromise on coaching style. Khabib Nurmagomedov was always a no-nonsense fighter inside the octagon, and that same discipline has carried over into his coaching career. Now leading a roster of fighters and stepping into the leadership role once held by his late father, Abdulmanap Nurmagomedov, Khabib runs his gym with the same focus and intensity, with no room of freedom of speech or shenanigans.
But when we come to the gym, when we beginning in our training, and all of them know about this, there is no freedom speech. There is no freedom speech. Everybody do what I say if I'm coach. If I say I'm in or out, there is no 50-50. And I try to push them very well. And if we look at the result, we have in almost every organization, we have champions and we have some best fighters right now, and we are best team. I'm very happy.
Arrests in Anthony Joshua fatal car crash. Authorities in Nigeria have officially charged the driver involved in the tragic car accident that killed 2 of Anthony Joshua's team members and injured the former heavyweight champion himself. The driver, identified as 46-year-old Adni Mobalaji Kayode, appeared in the Sagamu Magistrate Court on Friday, facing multiple serious charges. According to a statement from the Ogun State Police, Kayode is accused of causing death by his driving, acting recklessly and negligently on the road, operating a vehicle without due care and attention which led to injuries and property damage, and driving without a valid national driver's license. Daniel Cormier reveals big UFC regret. UFC heavyweight champion John Jones has faced a long list of rivals since 2011, but none pushed him to the edge quite like Daniel Cormier. The rivalry between the two spilled over into multiple altercations and made their bouts must-watch events. The first fight between them went full 5 rounds, but their rematch in 2017 ended it in the 3rd round, when Jones landed a perfectly timed head kick that finished Cormier and solidified his dominance. Interestingly, the fight was fairly even, until Cormier thinks he let his emotions get the better of him, and that's when things turned bad.
I don't know, man, probably. So I lost that fight in Anaheim to Jones. And I was fighting really well, and I kind of started talking to him, and I lost track and lost focus, and I ended up getting kicked in the head. So yeah, I should have stayed locked in. That's probably the thing I regret the most. I just was feeling so good that night that I kind of got outside of myself.
Brian Ortega gives his thoughts on Alex Pereira and Tracy Cortez Fling. Former UFC featherweight title challenger Brian Ortega has finally shared his first public reaction to his ex-girlfriend Tracy Cortez's new relationship. Earlier this week, UFC light heavyweight champion Alex Pereira and women's flyweight star Tracy Cortez made headlines when they went public with their relationship. even celebrating New Year's Eve together. Before dating Pereira, Cortez had a long-term relationship with Ortega, who has been busy trading wins and losses in the cage over the years. Despite their split, Ortega and Cortez have remained on friendly terms. After news of Cortez and Pereira surfaced, some trolls took to social media to poke fun at Ortega, but he appears unfazed. He seems content with his life and unbothered by the chatter. In a recent Instagram story, Ortega shared his reaction to the news. He said, "I see you guys hitting me up trying to get a rise out of me. Y'all creative, I give you that. Listen up, I'm beyond happy and been happy. It ain't my style to talk about others' personal life and choices, nor is it my business. My business is my family and my career. 2026 and every year after will always be about them." Former rival says Ronda Rousey only has herself to blame for downfall. Former UFC champion Holly Holm believes that much of Ronda Rousey's frustration with her UFC exit was largely self-inflicted. Rousey's incredible success and star power helped pave the way for women's MMA in the UFC, making her one of the sport's most beloved figures. But her downfall was dramatic as Holm knocked her out in 2015, and the following year, Amanda Nunes stopped Rousey in just 48 seconds, leading to her retirement from professional MMA. Since stepping away, Rousey has often criticized fans and media members for tarnishing her legacy, but Holm thinks that Rousey's own actions and decisions contributed heavily to how her career ended. She said, "I don't know if Ronda will ever fight again, but if she does, I won't be shocked. She was an Olympian, she was a champion. You don't get to that point without having a passion for sports, a passion for what you want to do. If she's back feeling that, that'd be great. I don't think it will happen, but if it does, I mean if she comes back. I'm always open for a rematch too. You never know what's going to happen with life. But I think if she's just enjoying training and coming back and has a little passion and just get back and train, that's one thing. If she wants to fight, I never put anything out of the possibility. I feel like everything is possible, and if she does come back, well, she fought before and she had passion for it before. Maybe she will find it again, or if she has found that again and actually wants to compete with it again, who knows? Maybe she's just enjoying training." Do you agree with Holly Holmes? That's all for today's roundup of the biggest MMA stories. Let us know what you think about everything we covered down in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, as we've got a lot more MMA and boxing content coming your way, and you won't want to miss it.